All right, we're here with Krista Gramer of Just Stitching Along. Now, we talked about Krista's Nashville introductions here a couple of weeks ago, and so we have Krista here live, and Krista will be our guest next week. So, hi, Krista.
Hi, everyone.
All right.
Nice to see you all.
Yeah, so we have two Nashville
Yes.
introductions. The first one is Gertrude's Garden. So
Yes.
let me get down here
Yes, this
and
is,
tell me about this thing.
this is a sweet little sampler with, it's all cross stitch, with, I think it's 9 colors. This is done in DMC thread. And, you know, when I came upon this sampler, there was no girl's name on it. So from stitching on it, the name came to me. It harkened back to my grandmother, named Gertrude. So that's how I gave her the name Gertrude's Garden. And
Okay, so a
yes.
true reproduction sampler,
It
but we
is.
have no idea who did it.
Right, there's no girl's name stitched into the sampler. There's, you know, some clues and whatnot with some initials. There's all along here, there's a series of initials that all end with S's. So you would, you know, assume that the surname would be starting with an S. But we don't know which ones may have been the stitchers.
Right.
You know, and there's also a couple of varying letters scattered throughout the sampler.
Yeah.
So it's very hard to know. And there's 2 numbers on the sampler as well. There's a 21 and a 23. Possibly a starting time and an ending time, you know, finishing time to it. But it's, you know, it's like a mystery sampler.
Yep.
And it makes you just think and wonder about, you know, the person that stitched this.
Beautiful
And
colors. What an array of really nice color.
yeah, the blues and the greens and the golds. It's a simple palette, and I actually think it would also lend to being done all in one color, even like a monochromatic. You could probably pick one color of your choice, and I think it would also do well as such, you know, to be done that way.
Right.
As we see a lot of, you know, monochromatic, you know, samplers done.
Right.
So it's,
Oh, look at the birds in the birds in the tree.
there's little squirrels and dogs. And
A little bit of everything here.
yeah, and the windmills, on 2 windmills. So it's a very sweet sampler.
All right.
And
That's
the little
neat.
lady with her blue hat. So, and inside the chart, there's there's photos of the original sampler.
Yeah, let's see what.
So I'll just give you a little sneak peek. So inside, this is what the original, and there's a few enlarged photos of the exact, you know, stitching there.
Right, and then the charts are done all in color.
Yes, they're all
Yeah.
done in color with DMC.
Oh yeah, see, there we go.
And a conversion is given for AVAS threads. So, yep.
Nice and large. Yes, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, now
And
Lucy
then
Calcutt.
we
Now
have
this
Lucy. Yes.
Lucy. This
Miss
is a good
Lucy.
size sampler here.
Yes, yes,
Yes,
she's
this
quite
is-
quite a large
This
sampler.
is Lucy.
And this one is also done in all DMC thread, and this one is stitched on 36 count, and it's all cross stitch. There's no specialty stitches at all. She's just a very happy sampler with all her pinks and purple.
Yeah.
And there is a space over here which
Yeah. Interesting story about that. Yeah. Tell about that
Well,
space. That's interesting.
in the original sampler, there's just, you know, a hole in the linen in that spot. So it's possible there was something there, perhaps something that was a mirror image from this side, you know, because there are some on the sampler that are mirrors, images to one side to the other. So possibly, but without knowing, I wouldn't want to assume what Lucy had thought. So I did it as what I could see on the original.
The reality of reproduction samplers, right there. Yep.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do about it.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, but it's chock full of, you know, flowers and
This urn here.
yeah, the flower urns are beautiful. With I went with more of a little bit brighter white on it, because on the original it was a little faded out, you know, and I liked the brightness that the white lends
Yep,
to it,
sure.
because you could actually visualize a white urn, you know, in like a porcelain So I think that's what it was originally intended to be.
So many. This one right here. This grapes. It looks like. Or is
Yes,
it,
these are grapes here in different colors. Yep,
Yeah.
and a little, some butterflies. There's so
Gosh,
many
there's
little
so
things
many.
and details to see on this one. This is, and she did this when she was 8 years old, in 1825. So
This is a
it's hard to
sampler.
imagine.
You could pull a motif off every other
Right.
day and do something.
Right. Yes, you could take
Yeah.
each one of these and do a separate little,
Yep.
small piece as an ornament or such. It lends itself to a lot of different
And
ideas.
the standout for me is right here. This one in the middle here.
That's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
With the three birds and all the flowers on the tree that was I
Yeah.
think one of my favorites there. So
Yeah.
and it's just, I don't know, very happy. I call it a happy sampler because
Yeah.
she's just so, the colors are nice and bright and cheerful. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it really, and just so many interesting things.
Yeah. And this one again, I also it's charted and stitched here in DMC, but I also did a conversion for AVAS silk, Auvert Soie d'Alger silk. That will look just as well within
Yep.
the silk colors too. So
Yep.
it's
All right.
yeah,
Lucy
she's a pretty one,
yeah.
right?
Go Lucy.
Go
All
Lucy.
right.
All right.
All right, Krista. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.